this video, we're going to go over Excel basics, and this is a continuation in a multi-part series on Excel. So here we are with our last spreadsheet that we started with. We're going to go over the sum function right now. So let's say we want to go ahead and sum up this quantity and all these different numbers in all these cells. So there's a few ways to do it, but the way you start a formula is you hit equals, and then you type the function name, and then you click open parenthesis, and then it will let you choose different ranges. So the sum function is really set up so that it will add together numbers that are separated by commas. And so that means we could click on individual cells by holding control and clicking on different cells, and you'll notice it builds the formula at the top here. Or we can just select a range by dragging the mouse, or we can use the keyboard to do the same thing. And now in this case it's saying C2 colon C10. That means the range and everything in between C2 and C10. And so if we wanted just that column, we could hit that and hit enter, and we would go ahead and get our total. Now we may want sometimes to sum up numbers that are not just in one column. So let's say we go here and we edit this by hitting F2 or clicking in the formula bar, and we'll take off the end parenthesis and we'll put a comma, and then we can go ahead and keep selecting additional cells and putting commas in between. So I'm just making some random cell selection here, but the idea here is that you can have both a range of continuous data and also individual cells, and you just separate them by commas, and that will go ahead and sum up all those numbers. Now, sum is such a common function that Excel has placed it up on the top right on the ribbon. So let's go ahead and delete this cell. I'm just going to hit delete, and let's recreate that sum function for just this column of quantity very easily. So over here to the top right, we can click on auto sum, and it will automatically select a range of numbers that it thinks you want to add up. Now as you see this dotted range moving, you can actually click on the little corners and rearrange the highlighted area, and that will change the formula just by moving the rectangle that it creates. And then once you hit enter, let's go ahead and highlight everything. Let's hit enter, and then it will give us our number of 30. Now what's interesting is in that cell again, if we want, there's other functions that are very common. So up here under this auto sum, there's a little drop down, and you can click on that, and here are the most common other functions that are out there. So let's do an average. Again, we'll click average. It will try to determine what we want to make an average of. And again, what average function does is it adds all the numbers up and then divides by the number of numbers there are. So just by clicking that and hitting enter, we have our number. So that basically explains the sum function, and it's used very frequently throughout spreadsheets.